Let's jump right into this explainer. Today, we're unpacking a massive technological pivot from one of the biggest tech giants on the planet, and we're looking at Meta's strategic blueprint for something they're calling personal superintelligence. And look, this isn't just about a smarter social media feed or, a slightly tweaked search algorithm. We are talking about a vision for technology that is going to intimately intertwine with our daily lives in ways we've literally only seen in sci-fi movies up until now. Okay, so let's dive into this. What exactly is personal superintelligence? Well, it's an AI that understands your unique personal context. That includes your history, your specific interests, and even your relationships. Because Meta isn't just trying to build some giant impersonal smart computer locked away in a lab somewhere. No, they're trying to build an entity that intimately knows you. Just imagine a digital assistant that doesn't just answer isolated questions, but actively anticipates your needs because it has years of learning your unique preferences, your connections, the whole shebang.
And if you want to know how serious they are, just look at the astronomical scale of the financial bet here. $115 billion to $135 billion. That is Meta's projected capital expenditure guidance for the year 2026 alone. Just let that sink in for a second. We are definitely not talking about some small experimental research budget here. This massive financial commitment is the absolute engine making this futuristic vision possible. It proves that to Meta, this isn't a side project at all. It's the foundational future of their entire business model.
So you might be wondering, where exactly is all this money going? Well, this massive capital injection is basically fueling two main areas: their core AI-driven business and the newly formed Meta Superintelligence Labs, or MSL for short. Now, the core business is what keeps the lights on, right? It's improving the algorithms and apps you're using today. But meanwhile, that MSL division is uniquely tasked with peering over the horizon. They're the ones actively developing the next generation frontier models that will actually power this superintelligence. Now, to physically power these advanced labs, Meta has launched what they call the Meta Compute Strategy, and it's built on three main pillars to give them a huge long-term capacity advantage. First off, they are engineering vastly more efficient systems from the ground up, just to handle these unprecedented workloads. Second, and this is huge, they aren't just relying on off-the-shelf parts from other companies anymore. They're actually developing their own custom silicon, specifically their MTIA chips. And third, because these advanced models are incredibly power-hungry, they are aggressively securing large-scale energy sources. They are quite literally building the foundation from the microchip all the way up to the massive power grid.
And they are leaving absolutely no stone unturned in this quest for computing dominance. Meta's aggressively expanding their physical infrastructure capacity through three very distinct steps. Step 1, they're building their own proprietary data centers. Step 2, they're forming strategic third-party cloud partnerships to add flexible, immediate capacity when they need it. And Step 3, they're innovating on the financial side by creating entirely new ownership structures for these massive, large-scale sites. I mean, this is infrastructure expansion on a truly historic scale.
But here's the thing. Meta isn't doing this entirely alone. They're actually working to achieve this unprecedented global scale through external capital, governments, and sovereign partnerships. Under the strategic leadership of Dina Powell-McCormick, who was appointed as president and vice chairman, Meta is out there actively securing these high-level external partnerships. And this strategy is brilliant because it not only expands their long-term infrastructure capacity, but it's deliberately designed to ensure a positive economic impact in the local communities where these massive data centers are operating. All right, moving into Section 2, the Brain Trust, assembling the talent engine. So we've talked a lot about the macro-level hardware, the billions of dollars, the power grids, but honestly, none of that infrastructure matters without the critical human element. To actually build this thing, Meta's management has described the Superintelligence Labs as the most talent-dense research effort in the industry. And I just love the sheer confidence of that statement. Just think about the incredible brain power concentrated in this single division right now. They're gathering the brightest, most specialized minds in AI from all over the world and putting them in one unified effort with virtually unlimited computing power and funding. It is just an incredibly ambitious concentration of human intellect. What's really surprising here, though, is the contrast with Meta's overall corporate strategy lately. I mean, if you follow business news at all, you know Meta has gone through some significant years of efficiency and broader cost management efforts to trim down the company. But despite those cuts everywhere else, they are still aggressively hiring AI and infrastructure experts. They are actively opening the checkbook for top-tier technical talent to specifically support MSL. It really shows that while they might be tightening the belt in other departments, the budget and priority for superintelligence talent is absolutely paramount to them. Which brings us to Section 3, the end product, from labs to everyday reality. Okay, so we've seen how this technology is heavily funded, physically powered, and intellectually built in the lab. But what does this actually mean for you? Well, the first way we're going to see this vision materialize is through AI-native tooling and agents. We are moving way, way past the era of simple, passive algorithms that just feed you a chronological timeline of content. Instead, Meta is investing heavily in interactive AIs, or agents. These tools are explicitly designed to transform how we work and shop. They won't just suggest a generic product. They're going to actively interact with you to generate personalized content and actually understand and help you execute incredibly complex personal goals. So, how exactly will we interface with these powerful AI agents on a daily basis? Well, we're seeing a really fascinating strategic shift happening within Reality Labs. For years, Meta's heavy hardware focus was entirely on virtual reality headsets. But now, actually, scratch that. Investment is being heavily shifted over to AI glasses and wearables. And why the pivot? Because the company firmly believes that glasses and wearables offer a much, much faster path to consumer adoption for everyday AI applications. And that leads us to the absolute culmination of this entire strategy. According to Meta, AI glasses are the ultimate incarnation of personal superintelligence. This is literally what all of it is building toward. Everything we've just discussed in this explainer, the $100 billion budgets, the custom MTAI silicon, the massive sovereign power grids, the global talent acquisition, it all funnels down into a small, sleek device designed to rest comfortably right on the bridge of your nose.
So what makes these glasses the ultimate incarnation? It's all about providing seamless contextual assistance all day long. Because these glasses are physically on your face. They quite literally share your human senses. They can see exactly what you see. They can hear what you hear. And this constant real-time stream of data allows the AI to provide highly relevant contextual help throughout your entire day. It's an incredibly intimate piece of hardware that essentially bridges the gap between that massive digital superintelligence in the cloud and your physical, everyday reality.
Which brings us to a really provocative question that I want to leave you pondering today. Are you ready for an AI that sees what you see, hears what you hear, and intimately knows your entire personal history? Because as we've explored throughout this explainer, Meta isn't just passively predicting some far-off sci-fi future. They are dedicating immense resources, top-tier talent, and literally hundreds of billions of dollars to actively build it right now. It is a massive technological leap that is going to intertwine with our lives in profoundly intimate ways. Thank you so much for joining me for this explainer. Keep your curiosity sharp, and I'll catch you next time.